Okay, so I'm gonna make a little short video for you. What we were talking about today. This is one of the 450 quadcopters that I've put together here recently. Let me grab a pointer. So I'll try to make this as quick and painless as possible for you. Obviously, these are the motors, and you can see I have no props on here right now because you don't want to, obviously, you don't want to start these things up with props on them in the house. This is the Mavlink system. Now, I'm going to arm the quadcopter. You'll hear it buzz. So you see it says it's armed on the screen now. And now we'll give it some throttle and spin these motors up. Okay. So this is one of the controllers over here. This is your throttle on this side. Now I'm going to disarm it. You can see right there. When I disarm it, which is pushing the stick to the left, it'll come up and say disarmed right there. Okay. Now the quadcopter talks to the laptop through this transmitter and the receiver that's on the laptop. This program you download, okay? And I'm going to move the quadcopter around, and you can see the HUD display. This is your horizon. This would be your altitude and your speed, okay, when you were flying. This is your compass, and this is your angle of attack, okay? So as I move the quadcopter, that all moves in unison so that you know what the position of your quadcopter is when you're flying it. And if I yaw or turn the quadcopter left or right, you can see the compass change at the top. Over on the right hand side, I don't know if you can see it real well in the video, but this is Google Earth, and there's a representation of the quadcopter right here. And if I was out flying it, that would change and move all around Google Earth, okay? So you'll be able to track where you're going on Google Earth right here. Plus, you can, like I was saying, you can put your points where you want it to go to autonomously, and it will take and go to those points and then return back and land. Okay. Now, along with that, this is a camera right here. Sorry about the video, but this is a camera right here. This is the camera transmitter right here. I haven't got it completely attached yet. Like I said, I'm putting this one together right now, but this is the transmitter for the camera. And up here, where it says Mini OSD, this is your on-screen display for your goggles, okay? And by that, I mean your headset. When you look in your headset, I'll get these straps out of the way. When you look in your headset, everything that you're reading on the screen there is being overlaid as a HUD over the camera. And when I move the quadcopter around, you can see that all of that responds. I can't hold the camera and look through the goggles and give you a fair representation of everything you should be seeing. Maybe I can hold it there. But everything is happening. So that's what you can see in your goggles. So as you're flying around, you have your goggles on and you fly it as if you're in the cockpit of the of the quadcopter. So that's a little bit of what we do. Now there's a bunch more pieces and parts on here. You've got your receiver, you've got your GPS module, you've got a flight controller inside here. There's a bunch of components. This, of course, is your battery. Now this is a triple deck setup so that you can put more items on your quadcopter for more functions. This has return to land, altitude hold, obviously stable mode, and you can, like I said, use this to either video or just use it to fly, or both. Okay. Now, if we look at what's going on here on our Google Earth, you can see the quadcopter right here, and what it's doing is I can show you a little bit better now that it's grabbed the GPS signal, that it's giving us east. That line changes. It's your compass line, so you always know what direction you're actually going in. So this is true magnetic north right here. So you've got all of these functions with this particular system. Now, over here are a few more quadcopters that I'm in the process of building or have built for different applications. This one has no camera or anything on it. It's more of a sport flying. It's very fast. We use these to race. This one next to it is basically the same as what I just showed you with the camera up front, but this has a different style flight controller and a different style GPS system on it. These GPS systems are probably a little better, but no significant real difference. And then of course you have your module to speak to the laptop. This goes in the laptop and this stays on the quadcopter. And basically the same thing over here. And this one has a different style flight controller on it. This has very basic setup, but it's also set up to run a camera, so you can fly around. And this is just mostly for sport flying. This is what somebody would buy if they just wanted to fly around and look at stuff. Now, that being said, all of these usually are only good for about 10 minutes worth of flight, which doesn't seem like it's a lot of flight, but it's a tremendous amount of time when you're flying around. Now, I also build a whole bunch of cars and trucks and tanks and autonomous vehicles. And we build our own radios and we build our own receivers for the cars. So anyways, I don't want to bore you too much stuff, but all of this is stuff that I do and put together, and it's a lot of fun once you figure it out. So I hope that explains a little bit of what we're capable of, or what I'm capable of, and what we sell. Now, when you buy one of these, that $700 I was talking to you about today, that's everything. That's the transmitter, that's the quadcopter, that's the goggles, the cameras, the whole bit. Everything. No laptop, of course. But if you've got a fairly decent laptop, you can download the Mavlink program, and then the radios talk to one another through the Mavlink program. There's a little bit you have to do, but it's not super complicated, but it can be done. So anyways, have a good day, and thanks for watching.